Hi, I'm Sophie. I grew up in Cape Town. I lived there my whole childhood until I left in 1987, and since then I've been living in England. So I've been back on holiday, and I thought I'd make this video just as a guide to some of the beaches in Cape Town and some of the issues on beaches. So I went to the beaches between Muizenberg and Salmonstown in the southern suburbs. So that is False Bay. The water in False Bay is a lot warmer than on the Atlantic side. Some people don't realise this, that the water temperatures are completely different. The surf is also completely different. If you want to surf, you need to go to the beaches in False Bay, or you can go to Noordhoek as well, which is a good beach. But if you want to see a sunset, you need to go to the beaches on the Atlantic. So the first problem with the beaches is the sharks. Basically, you can't avoid talking about the sharks. When you go to the beach, you will see, like say you go to a beach like Muizenberg, the first thing you see before you will see a shark spotter. Okay, so people who stand halfway up the mountain and they have binoculars and they look out for sharks. So this can work quite well if the sea is clear, if you don't have rough seas, and if you don't have a lot of wind. Okay, it can be quite effective. 2 deaths in South Africa from shark attacks. They were both at Plettenberg Bay, and then this year they have started with the Shark Spotters scheme. They also tag a number of the sharks, so they can tell with GPS, they can tell when those sharks are coming back into into False Bay. Quite a bit of debate about using shark nets, which they use in Australia, but a lot of people think they're actually damaging to other marine life, well, including sharks. A lot of sharks aren't actually dangerous to people. So there is a trial scheme happening in Fish Hoek. So Fish Hoek has had a number of shark attacks. My mother's friend was actually killed here. She dived into the water just from these rocks on the right hand side, and she swam every single day. She swam across the bay. She dived in and there was a huge splash, and nobody ever saw a shark. She was swimming with a whole group of people. It just, her swimming cap floated up to the surface of the water. Absolutely no sign of her, never seen again. So it is very quick. You can't rely on yourself to look out for sharks. It just doesn't work like that. There are some top tips that they give you for swimming safely in areas where there are sharks. It's supposed to reduce shark attacks. You're supposed to swim with a friend, so if one of you gets bitten, the other one will call for help, because most people do survive shark attacks. Okay, you should stay close to shore. So usually the sharks are beyond the breakers, so they're only like sort of long distance swimmers or surfers who have contact with sharks. Don't swim at dawn or dusk, because that's their feeding time. Don't swim near schools of fish or where people are fishing. Even if a fisherman just throws a fish back into the water, which he doesn't want, that will still have blood on it and it will attract the sharks. Don't swim in the sea if you're bleeding, like from a cut, or if you're in your periods. Don't splash too much, which is quite difficult to do. Don't wear jewellery. Some beaches don't have lifeguards, so you do need to be very careful. Also be careful with seals. Seals can be aggressive and they've been known to bite people. That's not in their nature, it's because they're affected by the red tide, which is a certain stuff in the water that affects them neurologically. If you want to surf, go to Muizenberg. There's a number of surf schools there, and you can hire equipment as well. If you've got really young children, you want a safe beach, I would go to the tidal pools because they're enclosed and they're quite safe. There's a lot of young families go there. Also, Boulders Beach is really nice. It's the one with the penguins. The penguins came about, I don't know, 20-30 years ago. They haven't always been there. They're quite new to South Africa. So I've had a really, really good swim. Where some people live, just on the pavement, they've got just a plastic sheet and some beer crates. And that's what they were really crazy.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore.
So today I'm visiting St James again. It's really, really nice tidal pool. And I'm also going to walk around Cork Bay, which has lots of shops. It's got a fishing market, a harbour, really good restaurants. So there's Cork Bay. It's a really nice area. You can see there's a little lighthouse. There's the fishing port up there. That's where I'm walking to. There's people walking across the railway line. It's not fenced off. This is how it gets sabotaged. The taxi drivers sabotage the railway line to encourage people to use taxis. Anyway, this is the pool I'm going to swim today. Look at that. The Dalebrook pool. You can't go in the sea there as well, but there's a lot of rocks. You can also swim at Danger Beach, which is in between Dalebrook and St James Pool. Here's the lovely flats they have, the shops underneath. It's really, really nice high street, wandering about. Just look. Yeah, it's like busy, bustly sort of place. So here's some of the little shops behind me. Really cute. And yeah, if you turn and come around, you can see there's the theatre, some shops.
Campfire coffee roasters. There's one like a couple like a block of the road there.
No, we only do these to close the eyes.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. That's usually the case. Whatever's convenient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. This is the shark spotters at Cork Bay. So he's not actually watching the sea, he's just waiting for a radio signal from someone up the mountain. What are you making? Oh, those. Crochet.
Yes.
Oh, right. There's a car. There's more people walking on the railway line. There's the train. When it's actually running. See if there's any people still walking on the railway line. Yeah. Has to hoot all the time because the railway line's not fenced off. This is what Cape Town looks like. Generators. The restaurant needs 3 generators because of the power cuts. And all these bins don't get emptied. So this is where they gut the fish. They brought them in. And this is the harbour. So I'll walk up to that lighthouse over there. And this is where they're drying. This is snook, yeah, with flies on it. Obviously, there. Flies everywhere on the fish. Oh.
The springways.
Look at him. He's just having a snooze. He's too tired to jump up. This restaurant has a really good view. So look from there. Famous restaurant. So, right by the beach. And you can see, look how close it is to the boats. Quite close. Some other issues with the beaches. Sometimes there's jellyfish, sometimes there's red tide, sometimes there's octopus if you're swimming in rock pools. Some of the tidal pools have sharp rocks at the bottom. You might need to wear, I mean, I don't wear special shoes. And also, like, I walk along the wall on the edge of the tidal pool and dive in. That wall is actually quite slippery. It's quite green with algae. And that's another swim. It's maybe on our third day at St James Beach. Take a photo. Oh, that's very good. How did you catch it?
There's like put a bucket underwater.
Yeah.
The fish like went in the bucket, so I pulled it out.
Oh,
Without your meat. Wow.
that's very clever.
You good, eh, with that. You was like fast.
Yeah, but there are some really brilliant things about the beaches in Cape Town. So you have white sand. It's really, really lovely sandy beaches. The water is very, very clean. The surfing is brilliant. If you want to body surf, you know, if you're not an expert surfer, you can have surfing lessons, kayaking lessons, all those water sports are available. There's boat trips, you can go out and look at whales. Simonstown is a lovely town. It's the naval base for the South African Navy. It was also the Allies' naval base in the Southern Hemisphere during the Second World War. So there's a huge, like, military zone to it, but most of it, there's like a big harbour for yachts as well. It's really, really good restaurants, brilliant view, cave where you can play crazy golf. There's also a scratch patch because I collect rocks, but you can actually dig up gemstones. This is Simonstown, just walking around little shops, very cute. So soapstone. Okay, it's nice. How much are these?
It's 100 francs. 100 francs. So they come out of the stick if you traveling.
Yeah. There's a big Navy ship over there. Statue of a dog, really famous dog, that used to help sailors come home. So they're going to Cape Town drinking, and then the dog would help them find their way back to Salmonstown during the Second World War. So he did that job 1937 to 1944, became very famous. Thanks for watching this video. The next video I'll make will be about Citrusdal, which is the area where there's the hot baths, 2 hours north of Cape Town. It's a really, really good place for a short holiday. Thanks for watching. Bye.